Okay, I have a freezer. It's a Whirlpool model, EVL209NBTQ. The evaporator motor was making a lot of noise, and I did order a new part, and that part I'll list online on the page. But anyway, the other fan, when I took it out and looked at it, it was making a bunch of noise because of, you know, whatever they said on all the other sites that I checked. But what made more sense to me was the fan was actually had slipped all the way down to the bottom, and see those two nuts there? Those two nuts were scratching on the inside of the fan blade, and the fan blade was making that rattling sound. So rather than just replace this other part, I figure I could get a little more time out of this by, all I had to do was there's a little band on the top here. You take the metal band, that's the black part that's around there, off, and then this thing slips real easily up and down. I don't know what makes this thing go backwards, but what I did was I took a bunch of super glue and stuck it on the back. May or may not hold, who knows, or it may be some sort of catastrophic failure and this thing flies off. But for now, I'm gonna let it go and see how it does, and I'll save this part for later in case this thing doesn't work. So I'm gonna screw this back in. All these screws are they were Phillips head screws to get the first panel off, which is this thing, and then there was a couple of these hex heads, and those were for the fan. So I'm going to put this back on and see how that goes. Okay, so I put it back in and it's very quiet. It did feel like the fan blade was touching the side of this thing for a little bit, but I just turned it on anyway, and it appears that the fan kind of settles in or whatever and doesn't touch that. But I expect eventually that might also come into play if any ice builds up right there. But for now, I'm gonna let this go. The other reason why I didn't take this off and just change it right away, because I'm lazy, is because these are fixed in here. I don't know if I took these off, maybe this thing would come off a lot easier or whatever, but for now I'm just gonna push that fan back, and it sounds 100% better. And I've got this other part, which I'll save, and again I'll post online what the name of this part is, or the exact number of this, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much for watching.